Today's video going to cover the quickest and easiest way to grow your Amazon business. I know that sounds like scammy and annoying or whatever, but this has literally been the hack for me. And it's literally just a simple principle / framework that I've been using, and I've seen other people use it with great success. And it's really what the big 6 and 7 figure sellers are doing. They just have more of them. And I'm going to walk you through some examples and kind of go through how I'm applying this towards the end of the video to give you kind of like a real life example of how it's working in my business. So if you are new to the channel, I run a 7-figure Amazon business. If you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It takes 2 seconds. Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Try to help you guys make money selling on Amazon. And the more this content get out there, the more people I could help, which is one of my biggest goals. So how do you do this? It's very simple, but could be hard to apply. This is kind of what Amazon is. It's a very simple concept, but kind of like applying these like little pieces consistently is where a lot of people fail, but that's where what people do to succeed is just consistency. So I've been kind of doing this myself, and I feel like I have a YouTube video a long time ago saying something similar, but the framework for me is do what works until it doesn't. That is literally what I have been doing, and that is how my business has grown significantly and how I've done the whole restructuring of my business. So do what works. Obviously do what works sounds, but everyone is making this more complicated than it needs to be. We are looking for cheap products that sell for more on Amazon. And we're looking for websites we could buy these products, not get our orders canceled, use discount, all that good stuff. And a lot of people make the mistake of instead of going really deep in a bunch of websites and stuff like that, they go really shallow. So they're shopping from a lot of different places. And I do this as well. That's how I started. And it's still a good thing to do. But mastering a website, their sales cycle, how rewards work, how other ways you get the price lower, that is where I've had the most success. And I did this all last year on Kohl's. I figured out, you could buy all this Nike stuff at Kohl's, and you could use Kohl's Cash and all this other stuff. And then like everyone else found out about it. And, it became less profitable. Now there is still profitable stuff there. There's still opportunity there, all that good stuff. But for the most part, it stopped working for me or my business needs. And I did not want to, I was getting way too many returns. So I was selling like 90% apparel. I think in Inventory Labs, like Kohl's was, 60-70% of my supplier last year. And then what happened? I got banned from Kohl's. They literally took my rewards cash. They wouldn't give me Kohl's Cash on stuff. And I was just like, dang, I can't believe this. And that's what really screwed up the beginning of this year, because I was just cruising on apparel and Kohl's. And then once I kind of got banned, I was like, oh, man, I can't believe this. But it was a blessing in disguise, because I've kind of moved on from apparel and I'm just selling other stuff. But it took me about a good year to kind of master Kohl's and when they're going to run this sale and how to really maximize it. So I was doing what works. I went really hard on that. I had a great Q4. And while I was sourcing at other places and other things, that was a great opportunity to keep pushing and keep doing that. And then it no longer worked for me. It works for a ton of other people. There's a ton of profitable stuff there. There's still lots of apparel there that's profitable and that you could buy and all that other stuff. But again, it doesn't work for what I currently want. So a lot of the bigger sellers have like 10 Kohl's. So they figured out like 10 suppliers that they could get stuff from consistently, profitably, order the quantities they need, and that's how they've been able to grow their business. You know, they're not buying 5s and 10s of items. They are going much deeper, or they're buying 5 or 10, like times 100 different items and getting that order through to grow their business, which is great. It just takes time. And I think that is the real thing. Everyone's asking now. Sourcing is getting a little harder. It's getting easier because there's more sales. This is a great time. And then back to school, then all of a sudden we're in Q4. So this is like the best time we're like coming into right now. But a lot of people are just kind of, they want to take shortcuts. They want, hey, is tactical arbitrage worth it? You know, is the learning curve big? You know, is there any other automation software or all this kind of stuff? And to be honest with you, the best way to source, or how I do it, I use SellerAmp. If you want a free trial, there's a link below, and manual sourcing, and sometimes a little reverse sourcing, and then keep a product finder. Those are kind of like the main ways. I kind of use a mix of all of it together. It just kind of really depends. I usually will start finding stuff, then I'll go down a rabbit hole, and then kind of whatever software makes the most sense, that's what I'll use to source. So currently, how I'm using this is there are certain categories and certain other things that I'm currently doing that are just kind of working well. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to do this for, you know, I don't know, 50, 60% of what I'm doing, maybe 70. And the other 30%, I'm always trying new things and just trying to find other avenues. So that is really, in my perspective, is doing what works and what works for you, because what works for me is not going to work for you. A great example of this is there are people who hate one website because they ban them, they can't get orders through. I have no problem, and I spend a ton of money on that site. So what works for me doesn't work for them, and that's fine. And there are sites that are working for them. For instance, someone said, you know what, I do a lot of GameStop. I can't shop at GameStop. So it doesn't really matter. But once you could find those stores or sites that you can shop at, they don't give you a hard time, or it just works for you, do that and find more products on that website. And then do it until it doesn't work. And then when it doesn't work, you know, pivot. A lot of these things like just don't work overnight. A lot of times you kind of see like a gradual downturn. Like for example, like with apparel, like for me anyway, a lot of the listings you could see would like tank in price kind of a lot quicker than they used to. So for me, I was just like, you know what, I'm kind of done with this. So I'm going to kind of look for the next opportunity. One of the bigger mistakes I made was I just kind of cut it off cold turkey instead of kind of like, you know, continuing to source apparel and then like fold other things in. But yeah, that is just do what works and do more of it until it doesn't. That is probably the best advice I could give you. You don't, it's not in these $5,000 courses. It's in all this other stuff. Like that's literally what they're going to tell you. They're going to be like, go to these websites, source them really hard. And then, you know, once you find something, go all in. That's the basic advice. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.